What's good, y'all? It's your boy Need for Sheed coming back with another episode of my podcast. I'm just reminiscing. And today I have a special guest on, like always, my friend Margaret, but we call her MJ. She's coming in to join me today on the podcast. I'm just reminiscing. MJ, can you say what's up to the people for me?
What's up, people? I'm MJ, and she said my name is Margaret, but I go by MJ or Margaret, either or. I really, it don't matter to me.
Yeah, buddy. We both got busy schedules, but luckily she was able to get a little free time in today, so we can make this happen. We got we got lives to do, YouTubes and Facebooks and stuff like that. A whole bunch of other stuff we doing, so gotta find time to do it.
Right.
Right. But I'm gonna start it off like I always started off. MJ, how was life like for you growing up?
Growing up, um, it was pretty good. I can't even lie. Like I can't say, oh, I started at the bottom or stuff like that. Like life was pretty good for me. Um, I'm the youngest of three siblings. My sister the oldest, then it's my brother, then it's me, and I'm the baby. So I really got spoiled. I got my way, but I wasn't like a spoiled brat like that.
Right.
My mama still made me work hard for the things she gave me. But overall, life was great. I'm trying to get back like that.
Oh yeah, when you can relive them old days of everything was nice, everything was good.
Right.
I ain't had to pay for
I ain't
nothing.
had to worry about nothing.
I just had to. The only thing they ask you, do your work, do your school work, and you good.
Right. And I did that. I got in trouble for talking a lot because I am a talkative person. But I feel like as long as my work was done and it was correct, I should be straight.
Yeah, I was too. That my mom used to get mad at me because I had all A's and N's. I was just like, bro, it
On
was
me.
just.
On me. That was me.
I'm sorry that I finished this work quick as hell. It ain't my fault.
Exactly. It ain't my fault. Y'all need to catch up. Y'all moving too slow for me.
Right. Teacher get bad at me. I was like, they asked for some help. I just helped them out. It ain't my fault. The stuff too easy. Man, I was just like, I could have skipped a grade. My mom them knew I could have skipped a grade. They was like, nah, y'all just stay in the class y'all was in. Man, I could have skipped. I could have skipped first or second grade. Can't remember which one. It was one of them I could have skipped. Man, that work was easy.
On me. My mom was like that too. She wasn't trying to let neither one of us skip a grade. She was like, no, um, y'all need to just, slow
Just
your
stay
roll.
with your class. Just stay with your class.
But see, with me, with my birthday being in November, I had to wait another year.
Anyway, so your birthday was, yeah, that's how my brother Mike is. He's born October. So he had to wait anyway. So technically, y'all skipping a grade is just putting y'all back in y'all right grade.
Exactly.
Right.
But whatever.
I
Ain't
mean,
no
you
big.
started with them. Yeah. What elementary school you go to?
I went to Keystone Elementary. A lot of people have not heard of that because it's one of them top tier schools. Just
This
one
is
of
true. 'Cause I have not heard of Keystone. I'm not gonna lie.
I went to Keystone K through 5, and then in 6th grade, I don't know why I did this, but I went to my neighborhood school, which is Georgia Hills.
Mm-hmm. Now, I've heard of Georgia Hills.
I shouldn't have done that, but I did. And then, yeah, so that was elementary. I went to just two schools.
Yeah, yeah, that K through 5. But like I said, Keystone. How did you like Keystone?
I loved it. Like we all were a family. Like everybody there, we were together from K through 5.
Mm-hmm.
They told us that we couldn't do 6th grade there. We was hurt. It's
Yeah,
like we all literally grew up together.
yeah, because then you gotta go and we can't all go to the same middle school.
Yeah,
So yeah, that kind of hurts. Um,
and that's when they had just changed from 6th grade being elementary, where they moved 6th grade to middle school.
right.
So
Yeah, my mom and them did that. They did K through 6 and seventh, eighth, and ninth grade, and then yeah, and they did 10th, 11th, 12th grade. Yeah, my mom and them did that too. Some schools still do it.
For real?
It's rare, but it's some still do it. I think I can I can understand I can understand why you would do it that way,
Yeah.
K through 6, because sixth grade I was 11. I think I was 11, so I'm like, yeah, you might one more year won't hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then ninth grade, when you 13, 14, 15-year-old freshman, that's that's different.
It is.
Yeah, but it makes sense. Just like how you said with the K through 5, you was mad that y'all had to switch schools because y'all grew up together. Luckily, majority of people, some of the people I still talk to this day, we all went to school together since elementary school. We went to elementary, middle, and high school together.
That's
And
rare.
I got
See,
some that I made in middle school that we went in middle school, excuse me, in high school together. So I got people I've known since 5, 6 years old. Yeah, gotta love that. What you doing after school activities and stuff in elementary school?
um, in elementary, I did I did the before school care where we did strings where I played the violin.
Mm-hmm.
Did that. I did like tap dancing after school.
You
I
like
did.
that dancing?
I mean, I guess I liked it because I was forced to do it. Like it wasn't my choice.
Right,
But once I told my mama like that was something I didn't want to do anymore, she didn't force me to.
right.
So it was cool. I mean, I was cold. I should have stayed with it. Been on Broadway somewhere tap dancing. Who knows? But that was straight. Let me see what else did I do. I don't think I did too much
I was in
in
this thing
supplementary.
called STEGME. STEGME was like it was like science and math and something like that. That's something they put us in. And I remember the DARE program, we failed all of that. Uh, if they could, if man, my elementary school teacher could look at me now and say,
Definitely supported.
"Oh, I don't even think that'd be disappointing because I'd be like, man, they were probably smoking after class anyway."
True. True that. 'Cause I know. I know the kids, they just,
Oh,
whew,
they
it's
run you wild. They run you
a,
wild. Whew. And being older now and seeing how kids actually are, I'm like, yeah, yeah, I would have had to. I would have to smoke one too.
everybody that's a teacher, I commend y'all because I don't see how y'all do it.
I can't do it.
No, no, thank you.
My,
Woo. Mm-mm.
my patience is so low
Right,
for disrespect. Now helping a kid get through problems and stuff like that, I ain't gonna. That's what I'm there for.
right.
It's a disrespect. I'd be like, nah, see,
So you know what? Since now I'm about to show you who I really am.
right now they said that they trying to implement corporal punishment again. I was like, nah, we can't do that. It's too many lawsuits. But back in the day, oh yeah, they whooped us. They ain't care.
They sure did. They had that paddle, the
What? We got the
office.
powder and the ruler. The powder and the ruler was the two things they got us with.
I've never been paddled, but I've been threatened many times with that junk. I think I got hit with a ruler maybe a few times in my hand,
Man,
but
that ruler hurt.
it did. It did. And what did
Yeah,
I do afterwards? I still go over there and talk.
right.
Like,
Cause I be the teacher, they be cheating. It's like, but I had teachers that did all different ones. You had teachers that had the metal rulers,
yup,
those used to hurt. I had teachers that had the wood rulers that would hurt. I had
yup.
teachers, they would tape rulers together,
Oh,
and, and then they don't ever just hit you, they warm up the hand.
oh, that's
And then,
messed up.
yeah, oh no, they were petty.
That's
That was
messed
like,
up.
because they know it's gonna hurt.
Right.
And then paddling, I never got paddled. I got paddled before, but I got paddled playing little league football. So I got paddled that way. But getting paddled for school, I never got paddled for school. But I seen my boys get paddled. Man. Ooh, this boy one time, he was talking bad to the teacher. I'm talking about talking bad. We outside in portables. Man, she called that my mama. That my mama pulled up. She went to go grab the principal's paddle.
Oh,
She
we.
Yeah, she grabbed the principal paddle. She didn't even pull her belt or nothing. She grabbed the paddle. Went over there. She was like, you got 3 licks. And every time you jump or put your hand behind your back, every time you jump and put your hand behind the back, it's um it's another 3 licks.
Oh, I remember my mom used to do me like that. If she used to hit me in the hand,
You're right.
like if you move your hand back, that's another 2 licks. And I'm like, Mama, no, no, Mama.
That bro ended up with like 33 licks.
Damn.
Okay, he kept jumping. Every time he'll get the first one and he'll take it. Second one, he'll take it. Every time third one, boom, he moved. He couldn't stop.
Mm.
He messed up. And I was like, nope. And I seen my uh, other guy, his mama came, he had a young mama. So he had his mama looked like she was probably, we was in the first or second grade, so we was like 6 or 7. We was like 7 or 8. So his mom had to be like 27, 28, something like that. His mom, he had a young mom.
Yeah.
Man, he was acting up, and the teacher called his mama, and he knew that it'll finna be messed up.
Mm-hmm.
So he just sitting in the corner. Folks teasing him because in the corner, they know mama on the way. So he over there just pissed off and stuff, and he's sitting in the corner. His mom knocked on the portal. They opened the door and came in. She was like, "Hey, how you doing?" She was like, she just looked at him. Come on, and they just went to the portables. They got a restroom in there. She just went in the restroom. Come on. She was in there about 10 minutes. Came out. She was like, "Thank you. You won't have any more problems," and walked out.
Oh, we.
He
Oh,
peeked out the door. I'm talking about, and he light skinned, so he real light. So he tears coming out, just pissed in tears. I was like, yeah, come on, slap him up real quick.
right.
Nah,
I don't miss them days. I don't miss the whoopings and all that.
I got my fair share.
Right.
I got enough. I ain't get a lot, but I got enough.
Oh, I got a lot.
I ain't get a lot. I got enough. I can remember majority of my whoopings, but I did some of them I deserved. I did some dumb stuff. I can't lie about that. I do dumb stuff. Elementary and middle school, I ain't care. You go on field trips in elementary school?
Um, we did Exchange City. I
Man, I
remember
missed
that.
that. Woo-hoo.
That was love.
That was fun.
I remember that. We did. I want to say we went to. I want to say we went to. It was some museum.
Cause they always take us to the same stuff. They take everybody in Memphis to the same places. They take us.
Yeah,
Yeah, I went to the Civil Rights Museum.
yeah, we did that. You know, you went to the zoo.
Went to the zoo. Went to a Redbirds game. I done all of that. Um, Went to the Stax Museum.
Stax Museum. That's what it was. I couldn't think of it.
The Stax Museum. Went there. Went to Graceland. Went to
I
all
went
the.
to Grayson.
I ain't do
I
Graceland. I ain't do Graceland at elementary school. I did Graceland in high school.
all of school.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't do wrestling.
Yeah.
We ain't care that much.
I Most of the time I didn't care about the field trip. I just care about what we were going to eat.
Oh, me.
Yeah, I was like, I really don't care where we're going, but
As long as I'm out of school and we eating good.
right. I see. Oh, we going. I remember I saw one. We was going to Neely's barbecue. Oh, what? We went to Gus's one time. I was like,
Oh,
okay,
y'all were real fancy.
nah. We went to Neely's. We went to Neely's. They was like, bring money because Graceland was already paid for when we paid for the trip.
Mm-hmm.
All we just needed money to eat. So that ain't nothing to give me $10 or $15 to go eat. Yeah, that ain't nothing. Give me a high 20, and my mom and them just give me a 20 for the field trip and be like, all right, whatever's left over, that's your lunch money. The type stuff that they'll do that.
Nah, my mom, she be like, I'm finna give you 20, but bring me my change back. And I get home and I'm like, well, it wasn't no change, but if it was no change, I keep it in my pocket. Cause I'm like, you're not gonna get this $10, $7, $5 is mine.
All right. I was like, I do gotta go to school and pay for lunch. That's my mindset. That I told mom, I was like, Mom, I still gotta go pay for lunch. Unless you're gonna give me some more money.
See, you smart.
Yeah.
I didn't have to pay for lunch, and if I did, it was like 10 cents.
See, I wish I was paying that $2.
Mm-mm.
That $2. I remember one time I had it was a chance where me and my brother we had free lunch. It was like for like a year we had free lunch.
Yeah.
Man, I was loving that. But majority of the time it was either $1 or $2 we was paying for lunch. I was like, y'all suck. And then I got to the point I stopped buying lunch. I was like, I just find people that any of my homies that had free lunch that wasn't eating, I buy like a slush or something. I'd be like, yeah, bro, I'll get you a slush. Let me get your food. Boom. Spend $1.
Slushies. That was like that was the shit. You buy somebody a slush? Oh, this your nigga. You fuck with them.
Right. I was like, bro, you gonna like you give me free food. So at least I could do is buy you a slush. You give me free food. And I was like, yeah. So I had $2, so I just buy 2 slushes, one for me, one for him, and I still got 80 cents left, and I got a free lunch. So I was like, that's a come up for me.
Right.
Yeah, but that elementary school food was cool for the time that I had it. The little square pizzas, we used to pick those up.
That was fine.
We had chicken rings. I remember we had chicken rings.
Yes.
Some chicken rings.
Fine.
5. We had that.
Like in breakfast, we had like chicken biscuits.
Yep.
We had them little English muffin pizza thing. Them John's fine.
5. I remember folks used to eat that ham and cheese. It was like that little. It was ham and cheese.
Oh, that little square.
Yeah.
A ham and cheese square.
Yeah.
You had to catch me on certain days when I ate that.
I didn't eat that. I didn't eat it. I couldn't.
It's like I'll eat it if I was like really hungry. But like most times I'll like just eat the crust off of it and eat the ham and cheese.
Yeah, because I was like, I ain't like the combination. I ain't like how that ham or cheese tastes. I didn't. I was just like,
nah, I'm good on that.
Right. But looking back on it, man, them folks in elementary school, Memphis schools, they didn't care about nobody, no nutritional value. That shit was. I'm talking about you giving me casserole and milk. I don't want to eat that.
No fruits, no nothing, no yogurt. We ain't had none of that. It was straight
broccoli and cheese casserole.
Yep.
Some chocolate or white milk. And I'm like, bro, that don't even go together. And milk wasn't even good for us, and y'all was pushing it.
I should have started drinking milk like in elementary. Like I used to drink milk all the time. I love milk growing up. Then just one day, I guess it was like old or something, and that was it. Never looked back. Like I don't even drink milk in my cereal. I just can't.
Yeah, I use milk now, but I mean, I don't use it nowhere near like I did growing up. And then I moved to almond milk a little bit more too, so that's why I use almond milk more. But that I was like, and I used to smell it too, because I was like, bro, y'all finna give us spoiled milk. I already know it. And I'll smell it, I'll be like, yep, can't do it. Give me a water bottle or something. But the little mini made freezers.
Yep, one of them or the little carton of apple juice or orange juice. You know, sometimes they'll have them just left over.
Man, them carton of apple juices, we used to mess those up because it would be like 50 of them just left sometimes. We'd be like, bro. I remember it was used to be 2-pack cookies, these little 2-pack of cookies. I don't know, they used to be vanilla, chocolate, or something like that. They were like Teddy Graham, like bear cookies. They used to come in 2-packs.
Yeah.
We would grab them junks, grab the apple juices. I was like, yes, we racking up. We had like 3 packs of cookies and like 2 or 3 apple juices. And I'm straight. I'm in class messing all this stuff up because I was like, bro, I don't care. My elementary school, but I can't. The best was always those butter cookies. Those butter cookies in elementary school was
Them Jones was fire.
them chocolate chip cookies. They was so fire, and we
Let me
were different.
with that one.
The chocolate chip and the butter cookies, that was just lit.
I do the butter cookies, but the chocolate chip, no.
Ours was good. I mean, my elementary school, and then I don't know. That was they sold popcorn at our school too, and it was like the popcorn was lit. They sold us like 3 versions of popcorn. So I was in that junk hustling.
I did. Anytime we had slushies or like fruit roll-ups, you could buy.
Right.
I'm buying all this stuff, all of it. I'm using all my lunch money.
Facts. Buying sweets and shit. I don't care because I'm not finna eat no spinach. I'm not finna eat no spinach. No. Especially not the way y'all cook spinach.
Exactly.
I was like, this processed spinach, I don't want to eat that. Y'all didn't season nothing. I don't want to eat none of this. The only reason I ate the chicken and potatoes because it was chicken and potatoes. That was it.
True. It's like you can't really go wrong with chicken and potatoes.
And then I remember they used this happened in middle school. Middle schools where I got the hot pockets came in for us. They used to give us hot pockets in middle school. Look, the pepperoni joints.
That's kind of rare for us. What middle school you went to?
What the hell?
Ah, okay, I went to Bellevue.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For hot pockets like that.
My mom and them over. They not too far from. They went to Riverview.
Mhm.
Yeah, my mom and them went to Riverview,
Okay.
and I think I want to say they went to either Riverview Elementary or Florida Kansas Elementary. I forgot which one they went to. They went to one of them. Then they went to Riverview. Then they went to Carver.
Okay.
So yeah, that was what the man elementary school. It was fun, and then having field day.
Oh yes, that was my favorite.
Field day was so fun.
That was so lit.
It was lit every year. Field day was lit.
It's like you build up the whole school year just waiting on field day.
Facts.
Like we already knew when spring semester came, we getting ready in May.
Right.
Field day around the corner.
That's all I cared about because I knew when when field day was here, May Day, when we called it, school year was over with. When May Day was here, school year was over with.
True. But that was like the most anticipated day.
Oh,
So
easy.
it's
A
gonna be
field
live.
trip,
Man, you about to have so much fun.
right? Field trip and May Day is the two most looked at days. I ain't care about school, didn't care about progress sports, none of that. It was field day and it was field trips. That was it.
Nothing in between.
Nope. I went to Clue. I used to do Clue in elementary school.
Okay.
Yeah, Clue was cool. I didn't. I was like, I just hated leaving. Sometimes I'd be want to kick with my friends, and I'd be hating had to leave school.
I knew some folks who was in Clue, and they said the same thing. They were just like, we want to stay in the classroom with y'all. And everybody else like, dang, them folks get to lead class and stuff.
Yeah, that's how we look. I was like, they was like, y'all get to leave. But I was like, bro, we don't be wanting to go every time because
Right.
it was like 3 kids in my school that used to go. It was just
Mm-hmm.
3 or 4 of us, and then we'll meet kids from like 2 or 3 different schools. And I think we all ended up going. I think we went to Fox Meadows.
Okay.
That's the school we ended up going to. But I think it would be folks from there, Get Well, Good Lit, all of that over there, and we be going over there. But it was cool. But the biggest thing was Mayday and everything from elementary school.
I mean,
Yeah. Then we flipped that. Then we went to middle school. I went to Wooddale. You said you went to Bellevue.
mm-hmm.
How was
Yep.
Bellevue?
Bellevue, it was like so different because like Keystone and Georgia Hills, both of like the school is flat. It's
Mm-hmm.
one level. It's just it's just a long walk because you got to walk around the whole school. But at Bellevue, it was 4 stories. They had like classes. I think like they had the top floor was like the sixth grade. Sixth grade was on the no, sixth grade was on the first floor, like the level floor. and then you had seventh grade at the top, and then eighth grade was at the bottom. I think that's right. Yeah, because I came in seventh grade. It was just different because it's like this big ass building. I don't know where to go. I don't really know too many people. I'm
Right.
like, hey, bro, what's gonna go on? But like, my oldest friend, me and her, we went there together. So it's like I knew one person, and then I met some folks at registration. So it was all in all, it was good. I had a good time in middle school. I wish I would have went in sixth grade
Mm-hmm.
because it was like in seventh grade, all them people already been there. They had inside jokes. They like it was just things that I couldn't catch on to because I wasn't there. So I was like, okay, and so.
Facts.
But overall, middle school was lit. Like I loved the dances. We had fun. Um, I think in middle school is when I kind of like realized, damn, everybody don't grow up the same.
Right.
Like I was exposed to like kids that might have like not been as fortunate as me, or kids who had it all that was getting like all the J's each weekend, or
Man,
like
you
I was introduced to like foreign kids. I was like, it was just so much that was different. And then it was like all these other activities for me to do after school. I was like, dang, I ain't used to all of this. I'm used to just being like after school care. We play games there and that's it. But now it's like you got choir, you got drama, you got sports, you got all these different things. So it's like, dang, I want to do it all. And I pretty much did as much as I could.
right. Because middle school come and go pretty quick. Uh,
It was lit. It was fun.
I agree with you 100%. Everything that most of that you said, it happened to me too. Whereas it was coming into middle school, I knew people because majority of people was leaving Cromwell with me.
Yeah.
So I went to Cromwell, and most of the people was leaving there and going to Wooddale. So I knew majority of people at Wooddale, and people that had left the elementary school, a lot of them came back. Same way when we left middle school and went to high school, a
Yeah.
lot of people left. Some people went to Kirby,
Mhm.
Away, Hickory Ridge, Colonial. They went to those middle schools, but then in high school we all came back and went to Wooddale together, or they went to Overton, Sheffield, Kirby.
All this still right there in the same area though.
Yeah, it's like 10 schools all right there, middle, elementary, and high school. So,
Mhm.
but the one of the first things that I noticed different in middle school was the dances.
Yeah.
When I went to, because elementary school sock hop, you really dancing. I'm talking about you doing the heel toe, chicken head, pancake. You having fun.
We didn't have it. We didn't have dances. I think we had a fifth grade dance, and I think that was because maybe like the parents put that together for us. We didn't have like school dances, so I didn't know that until I got there, until I got the Bellevue, and I'm like, a dance for real? Hmm. Okay, then let's go see what we about to do.
Yeah, that's how. Because we used to have sock hops, so we used to just have dance battles and stuff like that. But getting to middle school, like some of the girl, I knew some of the other class. I always had the advantage of knowing some upperclassmen because I got older brothers, so I
Mhm.
knew people. So most of the time when I'm meeting new people in my grade.
Yeah,
I'm never meeting like older people.
yeah. Because you
So
already kind of knew them.
yeah, so I'm just knowing like when I get there, I knew most of the eighth graders because I knew them in elementary school, and I knew some of them through. Some of us play little league football together, so I knew them through there.
Okay.
I knew all of them together, and then so when I get there, I'm meeting sixth graders. I'm trying to find who the sixth graders are, and some of the seventh graders. I'm just trying to figure out who they are. But majority of seventh and eighth graders, I knew. It was
Hmm.
figuring out the sixth graders. Um, but and then some of them they just nice to me. I'm going to a cassette stand. They was oh hey how you doing and all that and everything like that. And then we go to the dances and I see them in the dances. I was like oh this is totally different than what I know in elementary school. I was like y'all get down in here. That's how I was like y'all really dancing. Y'all really shaking something in here. Okay.
They
Learn very
couldn't
quickly.
get there.
Yeah, I learned quickly. And
Have
most,
to.
folks having sex in middle school, so it is what it is. Yes.
Right, right. It's like in middle school, it's a whole different world.
Right.
You just be like, y'all doing what?
Facts. I know
What?
folks had kids in middle school. Yep. Facts. That's how it was. Kids in middle school. I know a couple of folks that had kids in middle school, had kids in high school. So it happens.
Yeah,
I don't knock them for it because I was like, that don't mean nothing.
true. It don't.
They don't. Trust me. I was like, and then most of them, like I said, they my age, but they kids 10, 11 now.
True.
Then I was like, by the time they 35, they kid already, when they 35, they kid 20. And I'm like, well, I mean, they 35 and they kid 20. They kid grown.
But still, I feel like that's pretty hard.
It is.
Like because they didn't have that opportunity to be a kid.
You gotta work. I mean, majority of them, though, I will give them this. Majority of them, their parents helped a lot.
Yeah.
They parents didn't. Some of them, I believe their parents was like not supportive of it. But for the
Yeah.
most part, most of the ones that I was seeing, their parents was really there helping them out. They understood. And I'm glad some of them did understand because I was like, yeah, I mean, having kids, hey, you do what you do. Hey, having sex out there is real.
Hey, Miss Brenda.
It, it, it's
I'm
it,
good.
it's real out here. Having sex, no condoms, condom busting. It don't matter. It's stuff happening out here.
It's true. It's very true.
So, hey, if you can lay down with it, it is what it is. You know what it. You know what the chances of what comes with it. But yeah, we had a lot of different things in middle school too. We had three principals. I had a sixth grade, seventh grade, and eighth grade principal. Then we had the overall principal.
Mm-hmm.
So we had that. Um, the food. That's when the hot pockets came in. Then we had the chicken sandwiches. The chicken sandwiches was fire. They used to give us spicy chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
It was lit. And then they used to sell hot wings at our place too. Um, Now that I think about it, that was a bargain. They used to give us like 8 wings for like $2.
Oh, that is a bargain.
But at that time, we spent two. I was like, man, it's just expensive. Look at that now. I would kill for that.
On me, but you got to think about it. Like even back in that time, chips was like $4. You could go to the store with $2 and you getting chill snack and a little juice and you straight.
And I'm hitting a lick at the candy lady. I'm hitting a lick. Because we had a candy lady right across the street from Wooddale. Wooddale Middle and because Wooddale Middle and High School right next to each other. It's
Mm-hmm.
like it's a middle school, then it's open field, a walkway. It's like a little tennis court right there. Then on the other side, it's the high school. So the candy lady was across the street from the high school, and she was selling everything you know for snacks to sell. She sold chips, juices, pickles, candy, fruities,
But
uh, Big Texas, cinnamon roll, honey buns, oatmeal pies, everything you want, she selling. Freeze cups, selling everything. Nachos, she sold nachos and wing plates. She was,
it's
we loved her. They hated her. The high school when we get to high school, they hated her so much they called her folks on them. They called them folks on them.
I mean, overall they taking money from the school, but it's like, okay, the school ain't giving us this, so why y'all mad?
You charged me 50 cents for a bag of chips and 75 cents for a drink. When I could go across the street and get two for 50 cents and a drink and two drinks for $1.
Right.
So I can spend $1.50 and get twice as much as I'm getting here. And they used to get mad about that. I was like, y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. But middle school, we had choir, band. I was in the band 1 year, maybe 2 years. I was in the band. Um, we did. I did peer mentor. Peer mentor was a thing we did.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I played
That's
football. Yeah, I played football my 8th grade year. Um,
Mm.
and everybody was divided up by teams. We was divided up by colors. So it was
Uh-huh.
6 red, 6 white, 6 blue, and then 6 green. The green teams, we were the optional students. So we was so 6 green, and then they had 7, 8 green. Because 7 and 8 graders, we kind of took some of the same classes.
Mm-hmm.
Here or there, we'll take the same classes. But then yeah, so they always clown us because it's like y'all the nerds. But then,
You know,
but
around
then,
being a nerd.
right. But then I looked at, it, I was like, most of us that was on them teams, we was on those teams. We was the athletes.
Yeah.
We was
That's
the
true.
athletes too. So I'm like, bruh, like about 10 of us, like 4, 5, 6 of us on this green team, we running the sports teams too. So I'm like, we kind of worked that out. Now the hood is one was probably 6 red or 6 white. It was rules. They were fighting each other, teams
Oh,
fighting each other. They doing all this stuff. It was going down at Woodell.
now see, I don't. Now I don't recall us being split up like that. Now we were split up by like home rooms, but
Yeah, we did
you
that
know,
too.
if you had honors classes, then you just went to those classes. But I don't. I think majority of everybody might have been in honors classes. I don't know. But we had choir, we had
Whew.
Spanish class, French, we had creative writing class, we had drama class, we had
I
art.
did have a creative writing class. I think we had a computer class. We had a computer class.
Um,
I
we
wish I would have took paid more attention to what she was. She was teaching us how to code, and she was teaching us how to
oh,
create our
really
own web.
good.
She was
Yeah,
teaching us how to create our own website and stuff like that. I was like, damn, I don't remember nothing she taught me. I was like, shit, that come
it's
in here so
because
much right now.
like during that time you don't really think about that, you don't care about
We
it.
doing, yeah,
But
we
when you
on
get
Facebook,
older, you
yeah,
like, dang, I should have paid more attention.
right? Because we were doing MySpace and stuff like that.
Right.
MySpace was big. I think MySpace became bigger. It was MySpace and Facebook.
It was MySpace.
MySpace was big in, I want to say, middle school.
It was, and see, I had an older brother, so I had saw he was on like Black Planet. So
Oh
like,
yeah,
I made a page, but I ain't never go on there because I'm like, nah, the things y'all talking about on here, I can't relate to this. I don't know what's going
right,
on. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me go on back to MySpace where I'm putting my top friends up.
right.
Where I'm changing it every week because they done piss me off some way
Yeah,
somehow.
some way, somebody, it always changes, and folks will get pissed if you're not in their top. Folks will piss. I remember, yeah, my brother had Black Planet. He had a Moco Space. I remember Moco
So my
Space.
brother got him. He had him up for space.
I had a tag. Now I did have a tag. My mom never wouldn't let me get MySpace first, but they was like, you can do tag. So I did tag first, and then when a year later they was like, okay, you can make a MySpace. Then I made my MySpace, and
Yeah.
then I think Facebook was in high school.
There might have been like the end. I want to say it was like the maybe my 8th grade year. Aren't you a grade ahead of me?
I think when
Or
you graduate,
14.
yeah, I graduated 13.
So yeah, your 9th grade year, my 8th grade year is kind of like when everybody's trying to transition into Facebook. It's like it wasn't that big and popping, but we had one.
Yeah, because it was big for it because at first Facebook was just for networking. It was just for businesses, and then after a while, Zuckerberg was like, "Nah, I'm gonna open up to everybody." And
Yeah.
then once he opened it up to everybody, that shit just blew up. It just blew completely up. So I couldn't even do nothing about that. And MySpace was fun because of how you were we were coding. They let us decorate our own pages and music. We was actually coding the whole time.
And didn't even know it.
Right. It's like, man, you copy and pasting, you adding this, you doing it, you doing what you're supposed to do. So that was like when you learn that, you be like, okay. Now I'm like, I was like, let's bring MySpace back.
Right, or something.
Cause we done moved.
Skills again.
Man, what? Go get an old Soldier Boy song. Cause that's what was jumping.
Right.
Man.
Everybody be like, I own this picture.
Right. Whew.
Those were days.
There was so much stuff going on those MySpace pages.
Stuff like what? It wasn't no stuff going on mine.
It was stuff. People would post anything on them pages. That shit was funny. It was fun though. MySpace was so fun. You had top 4, top 8, top 16.
Right. Or like people would change their profile pics to like them thugged out cartoon characters.
Facts. It's so funny. Got thugged out Bugs Bunny with the ring.
Why would we do that?
Well, I mean, it goes with the outfits too. I remember some of them outfits we used to wear back in middle school.
True.
We had no business wearing that.
The double shirts, double socks.
The NBA socks was big. NBA socks was big. We folks used to wear plaid pants. I remember the plaid pants. Jabot jeans.
Yep.
Dickies was big. We used to rock Dickies all the time.
All the time. Pants be
Chris.
too big.
Too big.
Everybody was wearing extra big shirts.
Starched. Aeropostale was big.
Yep. And then it kind of like, it just like after Aeropostale, it just like switched the house to like real quick.
Thanks.
You like, dang, I just racked up on all this Aeropostale stuff. What I'm supposed to do now? And this
Aeropostale always had to say it. Aeropostale always was having to say it.
Right.
And then they had the little gator shirts. Gator, yeah. It was Reebok. I remember elementary Reebok was the Reebok and Fila's was the.
Oh, I had both. I had the Reeboks where like the bottom part of my sole, I could change the colors out. I could change the tones. I could flip that junk over. Like I thought I was killing it. I just knew I was like.
Man, Fila's had the Reeboks, had the. I remember K Swiss was big. It was New Balance, all of that was huge. Jordans was an afterthought. Nobody wanted no pair of Jordans at that time.
I think I'm not gonna say it was an afterthought. People just really didn't care too much for it. It's like unless you had somebody that worked at the factory or somebody that worked there, you really weren't thinking too much about it. But you always see them folks like, dang.
Now middle school,
no John's clean.
Right. Middle school, it turned up. Middle school,
it turned up all the way in middle. Like everything changed. Like you had to be fresh.
You had to get days.
Is that? I feel like this because we had started wearing uniforms. When did we start wearing uniforms?
I wore uniforms in elementary school. I wore uniforms in I started wearing uniforms.
I'm pretty sure you wore them in elementary. I wore them in elementary.
I started wearing uniforms, I think, 3rd grade, 2nd or 3rd grade, I started wearing uniforms. And they was like, this is supposed to stop all the violence. It didn't do nothing. Right.
I think like they were just trying to say like, okay, we just gone, everybody wearing the same thing. Ain't no way for you to talk about somebody, but it's like.
Yes, you can.
Oh.
So folks go for.
It's still ways and you still gonna have people to find something.
They're gonna be like, look at his shoes. His shoes not nice.
Exactly. Or they're like, dang, you wore them pants yesterday or something.
That jacket, you wore that jacket 3 times this week. What you doing? It's like they gonna come for you.
It's some type of way.
Right. They was like, your shirt not that clean. Your shirt ain't white enough. They gonna find something to say about you. They gonna definitely say your shirt ain't white enough. If you please, they gonna come for you. Like it didn't stop nothing. It didn't stop anything. Everybody's still fighting.
right,
If I want to fight you, I want to fight you. I don't care what you got on.
right. Because I'm not finna fight you because of something you got on.
Yeah. Now I ain't gonna lie. If I got the all whites on, I'm gonna have to take those off. But if I know if I'm in a fighting mood, I'm not gonna wear no clothes that I don't want to get dirty. I'm gonna wear everything I can act a fool in.
It's crazy because like in middle school, everybody wanted the white forces.
Oh,
I
what?
didn't want them. I wanted the black ones.
I wore the black ones in school.
I
And
wanted the black ones too until somebody stole them.
see, probably somebody got other black forces. Uh,
Oh, they're like, I need these.
yeah, right. I need some more. I wore black forces. One of my black forces were comfortable. Like the black forces I had, they were comfortable.
Oh, me.
I remember one outfit I used to always wear with the black force. This is back when we used to tuck our pants and our socks.
Oh, that was like the dumbest thing ever to me.
So I remember I used to wear the white shirt, the khaki cargos, tucked into my black. I had some black and gold NBA socks. I used to tuck them just the cargos in there with
Yeah,
black forces.
that's terrible.
Well, yes, I remember that outfit. I was like, yeah, it was. Whew, I used to wear that outfit to school. I remember that. Had the shirt tucked in, not all the way. You remember they tell you tuck your shirt in, so you just tuck a little bit of it at the bottom,
Okay.
just enough, but you would have it flapped over the belt.
Yep.
Uh, man, it wasn't fair because girls never had to tuck their shirts in. All their shirts were just the same
Nine,
that they
nine
were.
times out of 10, the girl's shirt wasn't that long to tuck it in.
Nah, it was right at the waist. It was literally stopped right at the waist.
My shirts weren't that long.
Man, that was like it. It was no reason for a girl to tuck in her shirt. It was no reason. It wasn't enough space for it.
Right.
But us, they always like, bro, tuck the shirt in. It was like, bro, we don't want to tuck the shirts in. Ain't gonna make me look no more presentable. I don't care. But boy, don't. And then when we wore uniform, we couldn't wait for dress down days.
Right. Or just like Spirit Week or anything like that where you ain't have to wear uniform.
Something to get me out this uniform. Something.
Anything.
Right. That's the only reason I like to buy high school. Once you had like Wooddale gear and stuff like that, you ain't had to wear uniform shirts. You can wear a Wooddale t-shirt. Any type of Wooddale t-shirt you can wear.
Yeah.
So all the homecoming t-shirts and all the Spirit Week shirts and all that stuff, I used to have like 4 or 5 different ones. So I was like, bro, I ain't gotta wear no uniform shirt. I ain't
That's
trying to do this.
smart.
Because I
See,
ain't got cargos.
at Bellevue, the only time you could not wear your uniform shirt is if like you was like playing sports and it was like a game day. So I ain't wear uniform that day, or if you was in gym. Other than that, nope, you better have that collar shirt on.
Man, that was in middle school. Yeah, definitely had to have that collar shirt on. High school was different. After a while, they didn't care. But middle school, yeah, they was like stayed up and all that shit. I was like, bro, I don't want... they be wanting too much.
Right.
But I couldn't say nothing about it. Middle school, I met some of my favorite people that I still talk to this day. Overall, middle school still fun. Had the dances, played
Right.
football. It was a lot. Seen fights, a lot of fights. It was just I got some of everything. I saw the good, the bad. I seen everything.
Yeah.
Working at I mean, I said working, going to school at Wooddale. It was just a lot.
Overall at Bellevue, it was pretty good. Um, I don't recall too many fights because like we always chill and lay back. Like if somebody talked about you, you talk back about them. That be the end of it. You really want too many. I take that back. I take that back. It was one fight. Wow. Like things just escalated. Like anyway. But other than that, like I play volleyball, I play softball, I did. I did drama club. I did hooligans. I did. What else did I do? That might have been it. Just volleyball, softball, and drama. Yeah. But I had fun doing it. Like the dances, like you said, the football games, just
Just fun everywhere.
fun. You take that in the house. You finna go right now, right now?
Like this.
Yeah, you take that in the dance for me. Yeah, I'm gonna come in a minute. You hear them, they letting off these gunshots.
They just seeing how it sound.
Right, they testing it out.
Yeah.
But middle school, I give it maybe about a 8. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I get mine about the same, 7.5, 8, because it was quick.
Yeah.
It was definitely quick, but it was still good. It's,
Mhm.
it opened my eyes enough to where I was prepared for high school.
Yeah, it
So,
did. Like a lot of the times, me and my friends, like we knew people. Like Central was literally up the street, like
right.
a 5-minute walk. So if Central had like a parade or something where they weren't in class, like me and my friends, we would skip our classes in middle school and walk up there to Central
Hmm.
be a part of the stuff. So it's like we saw a whole lot of stuff while we were young. I feel like if my mom was to watch this video and find out that I was skipping middle school, she'll be like, oh man.
We used to look outside and go outside for Wooddale stuff. Because Wooddale was literally right down the street. It was right. We was at the end of one. Wooddale Middle's at the end of one street,
Mm-hmm.
and Wooddale House at the end, at the other end of the street. So it was right there. So we saw all the fights. We saw all the fights. That was it. We saw um the Wooddale parade. They used to have a Wooddale parade for
Mm-hmm.
the football homecoming. So
Yeah.
they would go around the block. They'll go around the whole block. It's called the Wooddale Mile. That's one thing all the athletes know at Wooddale what the Wooddale Mile was, because we all had to run that shit.
Oh wait.
It was a block. It was a big block that you had to run. So that was crazy. It was a big block, but that's what they did. The parade used to go around to, so it was cool. We
Yeah.
enjoyed it, and it seen a lot of things. I remember, I think my eighth grade year. This was when Woodell High was, but my eighth and ninth grade year. Eighth grade year, we used to see Woodell High go act a fool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about they pulling the fire alarm every day.
Oh, just
They,
bad.
they was ruthless up there, pulling the fire alarm every day. Fire department, ambulance, police department, everybody up there. That was happening every day.
See,
And
that's just terrible.
yeah, so it was one. It was they used to fight all the time. Folks used to get jumped. We used
Oh
to,
wow.
oh yeah. Folks getting jumped in. Gangs did their gang stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It was a lot going on. And I remember one time they pulled a fire alarm, and then they got to fighting. It was like 7 fights outside, and
Mm.
there was a fight everywhere. And the teacher got to fight with the student. It was a whole bunch of stuff. It was Woodell was extremely different.
It's like when I was younger, I always thought I was like, if a teacher ever put their hands on a kid, they trifling and all this stuff. But as I got older, like these kids will real deal test you,
Mm-hmm.
and you like, you know what? Since you want to act like you grown, I'm finna beat your ass like you grown.
Yeah, basically that's all it is. I was like, bro, you gonna learn the difference between little boy strength and grown man strength.
Right.
So,
Cause
because
they'll,
you can't lose, you can't lose the fight.
you can't lose the fight if you the teacher
You cannot
and
lose the fight.
you lose the fight to a kid.
You can't.
You need to just move,
Right.
like
You can't
change states, and you better hope they ain't like posted or
you can't.
anything like that.
You can't be a 32-year-old teacher and you lost to a 16-year-old. You can't do that.
Right, because now I'm finna talk about you.
Oh yeah, you come back to school. Oh, my friends. Oh, they finna have a field day with you. You gonna have to kick all of us out of class because they finna have a field day.
Because first off, how you let a little boy beat you up?
Right. Oh, we finna let you have it. And then all my homies gonna test you because they was like, if he beat you up, I know I can beat you up.
I can beat you up.
Right. Nah, we ain't finna play that game. We're not finna play that one. The teacher won from what I remember. Teacher won the fight. So yeah, what it is. What else happened? Well, yeah, that was middle school all in a nutshell. Then we move up to high school. And then, like you said, Central was down the street from you, so that's where you end up going to high school.
Yep, I did. I kept it in the family. Everybody on my dad's side, they all went to Central.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what little old me went to?
Down the street.
Down the street. I know you see me doing all this movement.
Hey, you got to move. What you got to move, man?
I was outside crafting because it feels so good outside to me. I love the fall time before winter time weather.
Right.
But,
I did that today. I was doing Craig podcast,
mm-hmm.
and I did it outside. I felt good outside. I was like, yeah, let me do it outside.
It felt really good. It's getting chilly now, and it's getting dark, so I'm gonna come on in.
Oh, okay.
But high school was like, I'm not gonna say a blur, but a lot of it I really don't remember. I remember like playing sports because I played volleyball and softball all 40. No, I played volleyball my junior and senior year, and I played softball all 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And what else did I do at Central? I think that's all I did like after school because high school sports is different than middle school sports. I
Mm-hmm.
can make time in middle school for a whole bunch of other stuff, but in high school it's like you conditioning year round.
Right.
So that really took up all my time, and I just stuck with that. I had fun, met people I still talk to today from that.
Yeah, that's how I felt middle school was. Middle school was more of a blur because it was like those 3 years they came and they went just like that.
Mm-hmm.
But high school, and of course I went from Wooddale Middle to Wooddale High.
Mm-hmm.
It was a point where I wasn't going to go to Wooddale. I was going to go to Christian Brothers,
Mm.
but that fell through, so I ended up going to Wooddale.
Yep.
Um, but and it was fun. While it was fun, I miss the friendship just like how it is in college. Miss the memories of it, but don't necessarily miss the school.
True. Now, see, high school was like, okay, so you know how I was saying middle school, when I got to middle school, it was, goddamn, I didn't, okay, we're gonna put that up later. So, you know how I was saying in middle school, it was different from elementary because elementary, we were all friends, we was like a family, we grew up together. Then, like in middle school, I was introduced to the quote unquote ratchets or like the neighborhood kids that
Mm-hmm.
was just like off the chain. But at Central was like something new because it's like now it's not just a few of those neighborhood kids. It's like it's the whole goddamn neighborhood.
Right, facts.
And you like, oh, these folks shooting dice. Oh, these folks drinking lean. Oh,
Yeah.
these folks back here smoking. Oh, this girl over there having sex. Oh, this nigga over there doing that. These folks in a fight. Like, it was just so much. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I loved it.
Right, that's what I was saying. I was like, I loved it. It was so fun.
It's like, you like, oh my gosh.
I will do it again. That was fun.
No. But it was cool. And I was always the type, like, I'm very friendly. I could talk to just about anybody. I think as I got older, I kind of pulled away from that. I kind of just like feel people out first.
Right.
Then I might, hold a conversation with you. But in in high school, I'll talk to any and everybody. Like, oh, who are you? What's your name? My
Right.
name Margaret. What grade you in? Oh, for real? You like it here? How long you been here? What you do? Like, I would just talk to anybody.
Yeah, I was like that too. Break the ice, build everything right there. Make everybody feel comfortable.
Exactly. So it's like in the end, I ended up knowing a lot of people.
Right. And I had my fair share of people, like, and some people that left, like I said, left middle school
Mhm.
and to different middle schools. They came and they was there for high school. So I reunited with some of the folks I met back in that I knew from elementary school and middle school. Reunited with some of them. Some people left and went to different schools. Some people went to Sheffield, Overton, Kirby, Ridgeway, White Station.
Yeah.
They all transferred. So it was. I always wanted to be the transfer student. I did want to be that. I did want to be the one to go to a different school and meet some more people because I never had that. Wherever school I went to, that's the school I stayed at throughout all my years.
Mm.
So I did want to be the new student sometimes, but it is what it is. And then, like I said, you went to Central. I went to Wooddale. If you could rank your 4 years, what would be the best year to the worst year? I know you said it was a blur, but if you could remember anything, what would be your best one to your worst one?
My best one might would be my 10th grade year.
Mm-hmm.
10th grade year is the year that 2012 was graduating, and they was like off the chain. Like, that shit was live. Like, that was the year that they had that riot, and they had the news up there. People throwing stuff at the news posts. Folks, they throwing like dumpster, like big trash cans down the hallway, down the stairwell. Like, wow. So I would say 10th grade, my 10th grade for sure, number one. Um, I'm gonna say 11th grade was was number two because it's like, okay, I'm not a senior yet, but it's like I did a lot of stuff with the seniors. Like, I went to prom as a junior.
Mm-hmm.
I was hanging out with a lot of seniors. So I say junior year was number two. I would say freshman year, maybe number three. And
Mm-hmm.
second year, senior, it was cool. I
Right.
felt like, I don't know, if I could do senior year over again, I would, because it's a lot of things like I just want to let fly.
Oh, okay.
But overall, I would say senior year at the end. It was. I'm gonna put senior year at number three with my freshman year because I really didn't have like a bad year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say, oh, this was the worst year. I just had.
As in the least amount of fun, I guess you had that year.
I would put my freshman year and my senior year like tip for that.
Mm-hmm.
But most definitely my sophomore year was like A plus, like that one up there.
Right. I feel you on that one. Um, if I had to rank my favorite year,
Mm-hmm.
freshman year. My
Yeah.
freshman year of high school, because everything you said about sophomore years, that was freshman year for me. That was lit.
Yeah.
Those seniors that year, they was lit. I'm talking about stink bombs stink bombs in the hallway, folks getting fighting, jumping. I seen a pool of blood at the bottom of the steps, like somebody got stomped out. Seen all that.
Hey,
Ambulance.
that was witty.
Oh yeah, they were. Blue Crush was on speed dial. So after school, they pulling up. You know it's Blue Crush. They pulling up with the unmarked cars. They pulling up in the Durangos, the little Durango trucks. That's what they pulling up in. So the ambulance and all them stuff, them folks was out there all the time. We didn't like the principal. We hated the principal, and he got hit, knocked out by a student. Uh,
Oh,
he got a pole thrown through his windshield. It was, yeah, we didn't like him like at all.
oh wow.
So,
Yeah, I was trying to get rid of this.
he
Oh wow.
left after that year. He left.
Oh Lord,
He
like,
went back to Whitehaven. So he went,
right.
yeah, he went back to Whitehaven. But then, so and then the principal I got for 10th, 11th, 12th grade was Mr. Kyle. I love Mr. Kyle. Mr. Kyle was one of the coolest dudes I met.
Yeah.
And Miss Kyle just so happened, like the seniors, this was Mike, my brother, this was their senior year.
Hmm.
He taught them as his last middle school class. He was their middle school principal. So
Hmm.
when he got their senior year, he knew all of them because
Yeah.
he had them when they was 8th graders in middle school.
Yeah.
So everybody was cool with him because they knew him.
Hmm.
But yeah, Mr. Banks couldn't stand him. But yeah, 9th grade year, and then my 9th grade year was the last year that they had the 9th graders together with the upperclassmen. Because the next year they built what they called the freshman academy right next door. So that's where they put the freshmen at. They put the freshmen over there.
I think that's kind of dumb. Like, why? It's like, okay, you trying to ease them into high school, but don't completely isolate them. Like,
Right.
how would they have that interaction with older people if they're in a whole building by themselves?
Yeah. So really the only people that was over there were when they came over there for lunch.
Hmm.
They really went to lunch by themselves. It was like 9th grade lunch, and they'll have some sophomores and stuff over there, but for the most part, it was freshmen. Gym, and if any of them took honors classes, if they took honors classes, they was over there with us taking classes with us if they was in honors. Other than that, everybody else they stayed over there in the freshman academy. So we was the last class to be with the upperclassmen, so that's why it was lit. So my freshman year had to be that. My second favorite year was sophomore year.
Hmm.
Sophomore year because I knew those seniors, like I said, as Mike them grade, so I knew all of those seniors for years. So I'm cool with all of them. That's my first year starting varsity football.
Okay.
So it was that I was talking to girls in different schools. It was a lot going on sophomore year that I really enjoyed. It was just lit. And then I liked that senior class too. My 9th grade and 10th grade, the seniors that were graduating, they were fun, cool, funny, and everything like that. So I really enjoyed them. So that's how I loved my 10th grade year. So that would be number 2. My third year would be senior year. My third year would be senior year because senior year is like you watch a TV show and you know it's the last season,
Yeah.
and they ain't throwing no twists, no turns at you or nothing like that. It's just gonna be a smooth last
Yeah.
season. That's how senior year was. I was ready to get out.
Right.
I was already skipping school in high school. I was already skipping school, so that wasn't no problem. Yeah, I was already skipping school, so that wasn't a problem. And then I had so many absences and tardies that second semester. I was never in school. I didn't get a class until like 10 o'clock in the
See,
morning.
and that was me. Like, I didn't have my first period was like a study hall. My second period was, I want to say, a study hall. Then I had a third period class where I was a TA. I had a fourth period class where I think I had class fourth and fifth period, and then like sixth and seventh period would be like a TA class. Hi, is it SJ?
Yeah.
Hi, SJ. But my last two, like my senior year schedule, I really didn't even have to be there.
Whew. I didn't. Yeah, my first 2 periods, I had office assistant and then I had study hall. So I
Yeah.
was like, I was chilling, and the last couple of periods, so I had to go like, I think I had to go to 4 classes. I had to go to English, math, history, English, math, and history, and then I had to take. Uh, um, you had to take a sequence class, so that could have been like 3 arts. That could have
Yeah.
been 3 Spanish classes. That could have been. So I was in the hospitality and tourism department, so I took 3 of those classes. but you had to have some type of sequence to graduate. So I had those classes, but that was senior year, man. My mom, this how they knew I wasn't doing nothing. When the last report cards came, they were like, "You just get to. We know you didn't do shit this semester." I was like, "You're right. I didn't do it." College letters was already gone. I already applied. I already knew where I was going. It was like
it was like whatever.
they already accepted me. I already got the scholarship. Like, bro, I'm good. I'm just trying to get up out of here. Yeah, I'm just get up out of here. And then where's your junior year? You can throw the whole junior year away. That was so boring. Junior year was so boring. It was so boring. It was like the upperclassmen I had, they was cool. I was cool with them, but they wasn't as fun as the other cool ones I had.
There.
Yeah. And then then we had to take those tests. I was tired of taking those tests. Taking the ASVAB and then I was like, bro, why are we gotta be in homeroom till noon and then you go to 6 and 7 period. Man, by that time we left.
Oh, I hated stuff like that. Like you being home all day and they were like, okay, when the bell rings, we're going to field period. You were like,
bruh, those be the days I leave school. If I don't have to take a test that day, those be the days I leave school. When they say go to lunch, I'll go to lunch and never come back. I'll just be like, bro, I'm done for the day. I'm not staying here.
Now I never forget, like we had to have a sequence too, but see, I had started in like 8th grade. Like I had my sequence class I had 2 of them. One of them was Spanish. I started Spanish in 8th grade, and then I did art when I first got there in 9th grade. So I was done with all of my stuff my junior year.
Yeah.
So, but we had to take this test, like it was a Spanish test. It was like all the foreign classes, like all the foreign language classes, they had this big test, like a state test or a national test, something. And like only certain people got chose. It was at random.
Right.
And like they chose me, and on my soul, I still have no idea. I did as good as I did. I was like, I just knew I was gonna make school look so bad. I just knew I was gonna feel it.
Man.
I did so good, and I was like, well,
I hate just staying at home. If I ain't take tests, I gotta go. I'm gone. It's like I'm being there. So we go to lunch at 11:30. So we be in homeroom from like 7:30 to like 11:30 to go to lunch, or like from like at 12 o'clock we go to lunch, and then they was like, all right, bro, y'all go to 6th period from like 1 o'clock to like 1:30, and then you go the 7th period from like 1:30 to 2:15. I was like, bro, we left. My homie had a house. He had a house down there that his parents let him. The parents just had a house there that he was staying at. So we would go over to his house. We was like, bro, I'm not staying here.
Right. Yeah.
But yes, junior year, I was like, bro, I was so bored. And then it really kicked in, bro. I got one more year and I'm ready to go. So, but I had, like I said, I enjoyed prom. Prom was cool. They're saying it was cool. It was cool. The lead up to it was better than the actual thing.
Yeah.
They were petty as hell. They made us come get our tickets on the day of. They made us get the tickets on the day of prom. I was like, y'all petty. Girls cutting that jump with their bonnets on because they know they're getting ready.
Right.
It was so petty. I couldn't do it. But we had a few different dances in high school. We had like little winter balls here. We would have homecoming dances, stuff like that. But that was about it. And then went on field trips.
Did we?
That's when I went to Graceland.
No, we didn't. I don't recall any dance or anything like that except for prom. And I feel like, see, when I graduated, like our class couldn't do a lot of stuff because they were bad. And I say they because it was really them. I was a good noodle. But like we couldn't do a lot of stuff. So I don't remember a dance. I'm pretty sure we did have a dance. You know, we had a basketball game, football game. We had a senior picnic. That was
We had that too.
like a blur.
We had the senior breakfast. We had a senior breakfast, and then we left school after that. They was like, you can leave school. You just have to we just have to call one of your parents and let them know that you're leaving school. So I just told my brother, I was like, bro, I'm finna call you. Just
I did that too.
act like pops. Just act like pops. And he was like, yeah, cool. He's like, all right, bro, don't go ahead and do nothing stupid. I was like, all right, bro, we good. I just wanted to get out of school.
Right. See, I wasn't driving until my senior year, until like the second semester of my senior year. So like anytime I needed to like dip out, I call my friend or I text her because we couldn't have phones, which is so dumb.
Right,
like,
we couldn't have nothing.
Dang, I'm supposed to leave my phone in my car, but if it's an emergency, like how am I supposed to?
We didn't buy by them rules. We like, because some teachers went along with it. Some teachers just like, if we doing something or I'm talking, don't have it out. But if we doing classwork and we just doing classwork, I really don't care.
Right. But we had like a senior luncheon, and we had like some pasta in the salad, and I don't think it was good. So me and my friend, she had a car, I had a car, we both dipped out, and her grandma stayed down the street. So we left, went to her grandma's house. Her auntie will be there. What y'all doing here? We like, we ain't doing nothing at school. She's like, okay, we'll go get something to eat. Oh, I remember we skipped one day and we were so scared. Like, a lot of us had older siblings and stuff. So, like, some of their siblings were already in college. So, they had, like, college hoodies and stuff. So, we'll put their college hoodie on and go out to eat. So, that way, if, like, an officer or something saw us, they'll be like, okay, they college students. They ain't, it's okay that they supposed to be out.
Right.
But we were so scared. Like, we went somewhere to get breakfast. And we just sitting there nervous because we like, we're supposed to be in school. Police, they pulling up. Oh, they know. Like, we were just so nervous. She was like, girl, if y'all don't come down. But
yeah, because you look at it, the police ain't finna bust none of us. They ain't finna bust none of us. They was just like, bro, they could be out for any type of reason.
True. And they could have just been hungry themselves and wanted to go chill and get something to eat.
Right. Of course, we're going to be nervous because we kids. But at the same time, I knew the police weren't finna call nobody mama, you supposed to be in school. I wish they would. I ain't got time for that. I was like, bro, I'm out of here. And then I went to Wooddale, so all the food places are right next door. Mm-hmm. On Wooddale, down the street, you got McDonald's. It was McDonald's, Rally's, Sonic, Subway, all right there. Then you go down towards Mendenhall, you got Taco Bell and Burger King, and then you go over there on Perkins, it's a Little Caesars and all that over there. So I'm like, we had food, KFC, we had food everywhere. So when we left school, we could go anywhere to go get something to eat, which was fun. So I was just like, yeah, it was. Skipping school was so easy.
Right. And I felt like it should not have been as easy as it was. Because like you literally just walk outside. You didn't have to sneak. You didn't have to like look out for nobody. Like just walk out. They be like, where you going? Oh, I'm finna go get my book out of my car. And they'll just be like, oh, okay. Skirt, I'm off the lot.
Right, bro. Now we did. I forgot what couple years the police, they used to check us all the time, so we did have to do it. Sometimes we had to wait because we had some cool police officers, but at the same time they still was doing their job. So we was like, all right, we know how they operate. We got to get out of here quick. Sometimes we had to get out there quick. But once we got in the car, as long as we can pull out the lot before they can see us, we were straight. And then I had enough people with cars. Mm-hmm. So
see, the girls are different. The officers up there, them folks was low key pervs and low key predators.
Oh, we had to.
We had to bat your eyes, lift your hair, and you gone free.
Yeah, we had teachers like that too.
No problem.
Yeah, we had teachers like that too, perv. But and They was on students and teachers. It is what it is. They did everything.
It's what it is.